We love it raw!
Hi, this is We Love It Raw with A.S. Caldero, Chris Coury, the future, and V-Ness. Please subscribe, listen, share, tag, make people hear this. This is a great show. Thank you guys. We love you.
We love it raw!
The wait is finally over. Bobby Roode is NXT. I am going to take this company to the next level. NXT needs Bobby Roode. I wear custom-made suits. I wear expensive shoes. I am a superstar. Those 15,000 people, they're not paying to see you. They are paying to see me. Glorious! No, I won't give in, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend, glorious!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard was indeed true. Saturday night, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, NXT TakeOver Part 2 was the in-ring debut of that man, Bobby Roode. And what better way to make a big debut than in the heart of New York City. 15,000 plus strong, chanting, singing your theme song. The only question is, was Bobby Roode's debut a success, or was it a flop? I am going to give you the answer in a little bit. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, fasten your seatbelts, because we are on for a ride of our lives. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a special NXT TakeOver Brooklyn review. And let's start with the aforementioned It Factor, Bobby Roode. And like I mentioned in the opening segment, he made his in-ring debut Saturday night in the heart of New York City, Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, the big stage, the bright lights of New York. And he faced Cien Adames, a young, talented Caribbean superstar in NXT. And both Bobby Roode and Cien Adames were very talented, okay? It was a very good match. There were at times that I thought Cien Adames was going to pull off what I think was going to be the biggest upset of the night Saturday, when he almost came inches away from beating Bobby Roode. But if you come down to it, the it factor is just the it factor. Bobby Roode is just Bobby Roode. And he overcame the odds and proved why he is what he says he is and what he is going to do. Alright? He beat Cien Adames single-handedly. 1, 2, 3. Now the only question I have to say is Bobby Roode going to live up to the promise, okay, of taking NXT into WWE to higher levels like he did when he was part of TNA as their champion? How much longer will we see Bobby Roode without a belt in WWE NXT? And when will he get that belt in NXT? Also, take nothing away from Cien Adames. He put on a fantastic fight, okay? A fantastic fight. But like I said, the it factor was just way too much. But I do see a bright future for one Cien Adames. Bright, okay? It just said was Brooklyn was this not your night, buddy. So we're off to a very, very good start. A glorious start to this review. And we're going to go from glorious to exceptional. Because we're going to talk about Austin Aries. And another Caribbean star in NXT. No Way Jose. And No Way Jose, he's got like a party style type of atmosphere to him. You know, his character is like a party style. And he's coming out, he's dancing, and the next minute I know, from where I was sitting in section 206 Saturday, I saw a conga line. I mean, it was like one of the biggest conga lines in NXT history. And it was fun, you know, it actually was fun to see something entertaining like that from No Way Jose. And after all the charades and the games are done with No Way Jose, Austin Aries comes out, and these two had, I think, one of the best matches of the night. Great match, great superstars, competitive, and but again, the talent and the expertise of one Austin Aries proved why he is in the WWE and why they signed him. They do see a promising future out of Austin Aries, and he did beat No Way Jose. While there were times, though, make no mistake about it, and No Way Jose was minutes away, seconds, if not that, from beating Austin Aries. So we almost had two upsets in the night on Saturday at the Barclays Center. Okay? You almost had Sienna Dominus beat Bobby Roode, and you almost had No Way Jose beating Austin Aries. But the two biggest talents, the two biggest signings for the WWE, prove why they are in this company. And I'm looking forward to seeing if you're going to see an Austin Aries and a Bobby Roode clash. I want to see it. I mean, it's been done before. It's been done in TNA. And I want to see it here in the WWE. But if it is going to be done in the WWE, please do it like you did in TNA. You won't regret it. Alright, so, like I said, we almost had two upsets. But we had two big victories. Two debuting stars who are going to take this company to higher levels. But we're not done yet. No. We got a lot more to talk about. Let's talk about another debuting NXT star, Ember Moon. Now, there's been hype around this competitor in Ember Moon. Who is she? What's her background? Why is she here in NXT? And I'll give you one good reason why Ember Moon is in NXT. She's going to take the women's division in that down there to unprecedented levels we have never seen in WWE history. And we got a taste of that Saturday in Brooklyn. We got to see what she looked like, and she's beautiful, okay? A beautiful girl, beautiful woman, beautiful all around, and she's talented. Billy Kay stood no chance against Ember Moon. Read up on this Ember Moon, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you didn't watch TakeOver, go to the WWE Network, watch TakeOver, and you'll see what I'm talking about. She just put a beating to Billy Kay, and it was great to see finally the hype of Ember Moon in NXT. So 3 matches, 3 debuting stars, 3 great wins. You can say one thing: the future is looking very bright for NXT. I have to applaud Triple H for getting the talent, for making NXT brighter than what it was just last year. And the 15,000 strong that were in the Barclays Center, including myself, have to say, thank you, Hunter. Thank you for the talent you are bringing us. You care about this company, you care about this business, you care about the future. We look forward to seeing what you're going to continue to bring as we approach next year's TakeOver Brooklyn Part 3. But let's not worry about next year's TakeOver Brooklyn Part 3. Let's focus on this. We have another big match to talk about. Another great tag team match. Alright, Gargano and Ciampa. Now, if you don't know who these guys are, let me give you a brief history. Gargano and Ciampa were competitors in the Cruiserweight Classic, which airs Wednesdays after NXT on the WWE Network. And these two are, I would say, the best cruiserweights of that division. Too bad, they weren't going to win. But make no mistake, they lit that Cruiserweight Classic tournament on fire, paving the way for, I will hope, a great finals on September 14th. So I have to say thank you to Ciampa and thank you to Gargano for making that happen. I mean, I haven't seen the Cruiserweight Classic, but when you hear this review and you can understand why I'm saying this. They fought the Revival, Dash and Wilder, and Gargano and Ciampa put the Revival on notice. I literally thought we were going to have new NXT Tag Team Champions. They were inches from beating Dawson and Wilder for the tag team titles. And it would have been an eruption if that would have happened. But the inexperience caught up to Gargano and Ciampa, and the experience of the Revival proved why they are the only 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions. But I have to say this: take the credit away from the Revival, bring credit all in the world to Ciampa and Gargano. They will be tag team champions in NXT. Just that Saturday was not their time. That's going to come very, very soon. And I see it coming by the next TakeOver pay-per-view later down the road. Then we're going to go now into the Women's Championship. Bayley, looking to become a first-time, 2-time Women's Champion, against Asuka, the woman who took the belt away from her just last December actually, at TakeOver Dallas, heading into WrestleMania. So it wasn't that long ago. It was going into last year, into this year, that we saw this take full effect. Again, this was a pretty good match. Bayley came a little bit close to becoming a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, but it just wasn't the night again, like I said, for her. Asuka locked in her submission, her very powerful and dangerous submission, because she's one heck of a competitor. She brought the Japanese-style wrestling to Bayley, and Asuka did retain, but, I have to say that Bayley proved why she was in NXT for so many years. Her experience and her talent has gotten better throughout those years. And once the match was over, we all stood up in unison. The 15,000 plus there in the Barclays Center stood up in unison. And we started by saying, see you Monday, see you Monday. And then we started with the chants of thank you Bayley, thank you Bayley. And she acknowledged the crowd. And she also acknowledged the women who paved the way for Bayley to be where she was in NXT. Becky Lynch, Sasha, and Charlotte. So, the four horsewomen for that one night were reunited. And I'm glad now to see a revolution, an evolution now of the women's division in NXT. And we have to say thank you to Bayley, thank you to Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte for making that happen. And speaking of Bayley, it was her last night in NXT Saturday, because it was going to be a special night on Monday for that young woman Bayley, as her career took a next step to the next level. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. The main event. The King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, against the man from SoCal, Huntington Beach, the NXT champion, Samoa Joe. Now, Samoa Joe came out just like Goldberg did, with the security, and it was a complete rip-off, but it was fun to see. No pun intended to, Goldberg and his days in WCW, but the entrance that Samoa Joe did was purely Goldberg-esque. And the entrance for Shinsuke Nakamura was like a king. You had a violinist player there play his theme song along with the actual theme song, and you had the chanting of the crowd to go with the violin and the theme song. So you could say that the advantage was clearly on Nakamura's side, and it proved throughout that match that the King of Strong Style was the King of Strong Style that night, Saturday night. And I must say, Samoa Joe, while he put up a valiant effort, suffered a very big injury. Now, the injury was a broken jaw. Now, how did he get that broken jaw? It was from two Kinshaza, or whatever. I can't pronounce the name right. Kinshaza. The Kinshaza, actually, okay? He hit it once, and it must have dislocated the jaw of Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe got up, but got laid back down with a second Kinshaza. Correct me if I was saying it wrong, but I think it was the Kinshaza that did it the second time when he hit it square on Nakamura, and you can see the jaw go one way and the face go the other way, so you know the jaw was broken there. And that's what did Samoa Joe in, thus Samoa Joe losing his NXT title, and the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, is now your brand new NXT champion. And the crowd was in jubilation. I was in disbelief, because I didn't think that Nakamura deserved to have a shot at the NXT title, because he's only been with NXT for a little time, a couple of months, while Samoa Joe had to fight, claw, scratch, grind his way to becoming the NXT champion. He didn't have it handed to him. Regal handed Nakamura that title shot, and he handed him that belt Saturday night. But overall, great match. Congratulations to the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, this year's TakeOver Brooklyn was phenomenal. Ask any of the 15,000 plus that were there Saturday night, and they will say the same. The future is bright. The future is looking great. We can't wait to see what else comes our way in NXT. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for a special continuation heading into Summerslam, because I will give you a Summerslam review and to give you a preview of what to expect of SummerSlam's review. Don't expect much, because it was one of the worst pay-per-views you have ever seen. And I will explain to you coming up next, live on Watch the Podcast. Coming up in just 1 minute. After a successful and monumental Brooklyn TakeOver Part 2, what's in store next for the WWE Universe as night number 2 of the 3-day New York City TakeOver heads for SummerSlam. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, for the over 15, 16 to 17,000 people that were in the Barclays Center Sunday night, they're going to want their money back. Because what they witnessed and what we all witnessed, for those watching also on the WWE Network, was by far the biggest blunder of a SummerSlam pay-per-view in WWE history. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why, starting with the Women's Championship match being the number 2 match of the night, when you have 2, if not the best women in this industry, in the company, and you put in that match as the number 2 match. What were you thinking? That match should have been one, if not the main event of that night. Because what Sasha Banks did and what Charlotte did in that match proved why the women are revolutionizing sports and entertainment as we see it today. And for that match, for them to be the second match of the card, is a disgrace. It is disrespectful. Those two put on the match of the night. Okay? And you're putting that as the number 2 match. I'm sorry, WWE, you fucked up on that part. And I'm sure the people in the Barclays Center Sunday night and the people around the world watching on the WWE Network have said the same exact fucking thing. Why the fuck would you put that as the number 2 match when that should have been the fucking main event? The end result doesn't matter. The way you made that the second match of the night matters the most. Granted, Sasha did lose the women's title because of a lower lumbar back injury, and we all wish Sasha Banks the best in her speedy recovery. And we congratulate Charlotte on a win and becoming the first ever 2-time WWE Women's Champion. But that's aside. We're just mad that you fucking made that match the second match of the night. We should boycott the next pay-per-view if you're going to continue to do that to the women, especially those two who helped make the WWE Women's Division better than ever before. Okay? Like I said, Congratulations, Charlotte, on beating Sasha Banks, becoming a two-time women's champion in the WWE. And we all wish Sasha Banks, the boss, a speedy recovery from a what could have been a paralyzing injury to the lower lumbar. But, the good news is I read an update today on one of the wrestling news feeds that I get that Sasha Banks will not need surgery on the back, so thankfully for that. Her career is still going on, and she will be at the live show on September 23rd, Sylvester Great Park. So, we can't wait to see you back, Sasha, but remember what I said, WWE. Wake up. Alright, just wake up. Another botch of the night was you put a 6-woman tag team match over the Sasha Banks and Charlotte match. You're thinking that Charlotte and Sasha wasn't good enough and you're putting 6 women in a tag match near the main event? Okay? That match was a sleeper. Okay, that match put everybody to sleep, including me. I mean, Nikki won for her team because she made her big return because Eva Marie was stupid enough to take Adderall, a banned substance in the WWE, to get herself suspended for 30 days. So, welcome back Nikki Bella, and she got the win for her team, but granted, you put that match near the main event over Sasha and Charlotte. You just disrespected the whole women's division with that. Alright? I'm not even going to go into that match. I'm just going to rant about it. Because I think you're screwing things up by doing that. And that's why Summerslam was horrible. Because of those 2 botches, okay? But there's another botch that I want to talk about. The WWE Championship match. Dean Ambrose, a fighting champion. Dolph Ziggler, a man who has scratched, clawed, grinded, fought his ass to the hard times of his career in the WWE. And he had a golden chance to fight Dean Ambrose for the title Sunday in Brooklyn. And you built this match up, you hyped this match up, you promoted this match beyond belief to great extent. You had everybody ready for that match, to see this match, to wondering is Dolph Ziggler going to climb that obstacle and become a 3-time WWE World Champion. Instead, you made that match a boring match, a no contest type of match. Would I have liked to see a new WWE World Champion? Yes. But did I want to see Dean Ambrose retain the belt? Yes. So I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. But for you, the WWE creative talent, in the biggest event of the summer, in the biggest city, the mecca of sports entertainment, capital world, New York, and you made that match a sleeping match, went to show me that you over-promoted and over-hyped the WWE World title match between Ambrose and Ziggler. While Ambrose did win, I give a lot of credit to Dolph Ziggler. He will get another chance for the WWE World title down the line. And if you want to do that match again, please WWE make that match the biggest main event of the SmackDown pay-per-view coming up. So 3 matches at SummerSlam, 3 botches, 3 fuck-ups. Okay? The only match that saved the night at SummerSlam was John Cena versus AJ Styles, the finale. Those two saved SummerSlam at one point. Because those two went back and forth. They fought hard. They fought long. They fought everywhere. And you can imagine at the Barclays Center. But the face that runs the place got handed a phenomenal loss to the aforementioned phenomenal AJ Styles. But make no mistake, John Cena, I know a lot of you, including me, do not like that man, put up a valiant effort, but came up just short. So that match saved SummerSlam. But the overall factor of the pay-per-view, I give it a 1 out of 10. The Cena AJ match, 9 out of 10. And to conclude SummerSlam's review, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, 15 years in the making, with more like 15 years under making. You're putting the beast against the viper, and the beast tamed the viper, and he did more than your mouth can chew. Okay, we all know Brock Lesnar's background, his history, and he showed it off in that main event Sunday night, when he just ground pounded, laid Randy Orton the fuck out. But what he did after that was unjustified, and I condemn this 100%. He took the gloves off and he went UFC style, Brock Lesnar, and he just busted Randy Orton open. I mean, it was a pile of gushing blood like Niagara Falls. The match had to be stopped, and Brock won by a technical knockout, a TKO, only the second time it's ever been used in the WWE. So Brock won the match. After that, Brock continued the assault, the unjustified, uncalled for assault on on Randy Orton, and Shane comes out and he wants to check on Randy Orton. But Brock says, no. Every step that Shane took, Brock was in the way. And to close off this review, Shane got an F5, much to his chagrin. And Brock Lesnar left Brooklyn smiling, knowing that he's going to face some serious repercussions. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This review is over. I gave you my overall opinion of the pay-per-view. It was shitty. 1 out of 10. The only match that saved it was Cena versus AJ Styles. Now the only question is, ladies and gentlemen, will the fallout from this crappy pay-per-view be as exciting as last year's SummerSlam fallout? Or will this fallout be a monumental bust? Stay tuned and watch the podcast on YouTube. Gladly brings to you the SummerSlam Fallout Review, and it's coming up next. Stay tuned. After a historical, monumental TakeOver Brooklyn Part 2, and after a shady SummerSlam, what's in store for us as the WWE Universe as the fallout from SummerSlam concludes for the third night in a row at the Barclays Center in downtown Brooklyn. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last of the 3-night WWE New York City TakeOver event. This is the Summerslam Fallout on We Love It Raw. And before I go into the whole review, I forgot to mention on the SummerSlam review one match, so I want to go into that right now before I go into the review for Monday Night Raw, which I was there for, but let's get into it right away. The Finn Balor, Seth Rollins WWE Universal Championship match was won by Finn Balor. But on the side note to that match, the belt looked like complete garbage. So I just wanted to say, I apologize for not putting on the SummerSlam review. I just wanted to say that before I started the Raw review, that the Universal Championship looks like garbage, but congratulations to Finn Balor on becoming the first ever WWE Universal Champion. So my apologies for that not being on the SummerSlam review. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Raw, the night after SummerSlam. Third straight night in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The takeover was complete. And I was part of the crowd there in New York, in Brooklyn, at the Barclays Center. And it was, I would say, one of the best Raws I have ever seen since the WWE draft and the night after. Okay? They laid it all out on the line. And there's a good amount of storylines that I want to get into, but I'm not going to get into every single one of them here. So we're going to start right now with what I mentioned in the beginning, the WWE Universal Championship. Now, in that match Sunday at SummerSlam, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins fought to see who was going to be the number one man as the Universal Champion. And like I said, it was Finn Balor. But it came with a price. A torn right label. And it's going to require Finn Balor to be on the shelf for about 4 to 6 months, maybe a little longer. And because of that, Finn had to relinquish the belt on Monday, and that's how it opened up from Brooklyn with Foley and Stephanie in the ring. And, you know, they were distraught because they didn't want to have to relinquish a belt the night after a botched pay-per-view. But, you know, they had to do that because of the injury. And Finn was gracious enough. You know, he thanked the fans. You know, he was like, you know, I thank you. But, you know, when I get back, I'm going to go and claw and scratch and fight my way as becoming a 2-time WWE Universal Champion. And I want to see that. But Finn get better first. You know, heal that labrum because that's a really bad injury. Alright, so. Now, with that belt now being vacant, who's going to be the man to be the Universal Champion? Now we found out it was nobody. Seth Rollins made his case to no avail. Jericho came out, made his case, no avail. Sami Zayn came out, no avail. Owens, Big Cass, Roman Reigns, they all vied to be Universal Champion. Now, what Stephanie and Foley did was, I think, genius, okay? Pure genius. They had a series of matches throughout the night. And the winner of those matches are going to go to Houston next Monday night from the Toyota Center in downtown Houston. And they're going to be in a fatal four-way match. And that fatal four-way match is going to determine who's going to be the two-man fighting at Clash of the Champions in September to see who's going to become the brand new Universal Champion. So we're going to start with Sami Zayn. Okay, he fought Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins ended up winning, and after by Sami Zayn, but it's not his time yet. So Seth Rollins won that match. We had Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho. Roman Reigns won that match. Jericho was just inches away from being the boring man of the WWE, but the boring man, Roman Reigns, prevailed. So we had 2 out of 4. Okay? Then we had Big Cass and Rusev. Big Cass got the win over that. So there's 3. Kevin Owens won. He beat Neville. So we have 4. So now we have the Fatal 4-Way. It is all set for the Compact Center, Toyota Center, downtown Houston Monday night. The Fatal 4-Way. Big Cass, Owens, Reigns, Rollins. Who's going to be the last two heading into Clash of the Champions late next month? In my opinion, it's going to be Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns. Who wins it? Roman Reigns. Pains me to say it, but Roman Reigns wins it. And there's a reason behind it. I'll explain it to you on the next episode of We Love It Raw next week. You're not going to agree with it, but I know the reason why. So I'll explain it to you, and I'll explain it next week. So we had a great start to Monday Night Raw, a chaotic start, if you may say so, on Monday Night Raw. And it got better. It got way better. We also learned that the Dudley Boys, we're going to call it a career, after 20 plus years spanning WCW, ECW, WWE, they came out and they called it a career, but their career celebration got interrupted by the club, Gallows and Anderson. And they wanted to make a notice to the Dudley Boys that you're washed up, your time is over, this is our time, get out of our way. So they ruined a good celebration, but from what I was reading, that backstage at Raw Monday in Brooklyn, the celebration was fantastic. Vince was there, Hunter was there, the entire Raw locker room all stood in unison and gave the Dudley Boys a big hand, saying, thank you for your sacrifice and your dedication for over 20 plus years, being one of the most decorated tag teams in the history of the WWE. Alright? Granted, what happened out there was, not the way you expected it, but thank you for everything they have done. We also had a New Day celebration, but that got interrupted again by Gallows and Anderson. But it was not a tag team match. This was a singles match by Big E, who, by the way, made his return. Again, I forgot to mention this on the Summerslam review show. He made his return Sunday night and helped the New Day still become the longest reigning WWE World Tag Team Champions in the modern day era of the WWE. So congratulations to the New Day. 366 days and counting now as our WWE World Tag Team Champions. And I hope it lasts just as long as CM Punk's WWE Championship reign of a few years ago. So Big E fought Luke Gallows, and Big E hit the big ending, got the win. And apparently their ring post-itis disease has been cured. So it was great to see that the celebration, yes, got interrupted, but the celebration started up again with the win over Luke Gallows. So, congratulations, New Day, longest reigning WWE World Tag Team Champions in the modern day era. We also had Charlotte with Dana Brooks. She comes out and gloats and congratulates herself, basically, for pulling off a big win over the Boss. And she wanted to take the night off, but Mick Foley had a big surprise for her. Now, the big surprise was this. Remember what I told you on the NXT review show? That Bayley fought Asuka, Bayley lost, and we were chanting, "See you Monday, thank you, Bayley." Well, those chants emanated to Bayley now being part of the Monday Night Raw roster. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Bayley is part of the Monday Night Raw roster. And she got the biggest pop of the night, like she did Saturday in Brooklyn. And she fought Dana Brooke, and she made it clear she is coming for Charlotte's WWE Women's Championship. And I want to see Bayley win that, because that's going to set up another big match heading in to Rumble season and WrestleMania season in 2017. That's going to set up babyface Bayley against heel Sasha Banks. So with this win on the debut of her on Monday night, sets Bayley up for bigger things on Monday Night Raw. So congratulations, Bayley, and welcome to the Monday Night Raw family. A side note match that I want to talk. Two side note matches I want to talk about before I conclude. Braun Strowman for Johnny Knockout, or as a lot of people have been saying on social media, Johnny got knocked the fuck out. So Johnny got knocked the fuck out. And then Titus O'Neil confronted Bob Backlund, and then confronted Darren Young. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there wasn't really much to talk about on Monday Night Raw, but, you know, a couple of good parts, a couple of great story parts to it, and it was really good. I had so much fun there, you know. Like I said, you know, these 3 nights that were in Brooklyn, like it was last year, it's incredible. I do advise, if you haven't been to any of these events, whether it be NXT, Monday Night Raw, the night after SummerSlam, or SummerSlam itself, go. You won't be disappointed. They are doing it again, ladies and gentlemen, next August. So for the final year, we hope not. NXT is going to be taking over Brooklyn for the 3rd night. SummerSlam is going to be back here for the 3rd year in a row. And Monday Night Raw is going to be here for the 3rd year in a row. So get ready, New York City. Next year, we hope to do it again. And this time, we hope to take the Barclays Center and rip the roof off the building. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you for listening to this 3-part review. NXT, SummerSlam, and the Fallout Monday Night Raw. I look forward to doing this again next week, as we are getting closer to crowning a brand new WWE Universal Champion. My question is going to be this: who is it going to be? I told you my pick. I want to hear your pick. Hit us up on our YouTube page at Watch the Podcast. Please let us know, who do you think is going to be your new WWE Universal Champion? And before I go, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say to Mr. Caldero, he didn't put up a show last week. You know, he's a busy guy, but it was a shame, because I was really looking forward to hearing your review last week. Just give you a brief hint, ladies and gentlemen, what you do expect to hear on, hopefully, if he puts up this week's SmackDown Motel, he's got to talk about the 2 new championship belts that debuted on SmackDown Live. So please talk about that one if we do the show, please. Alright, so you know, look out for that, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, we will see you next week as we head to Clash of Champions. This has been the 3-part New York City Wrestling Review. TakeOver, SummerSlam, and we love it Raw. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, I am the boss, signing off. And remember to keep it real and to always keep it raw.